Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 35 of Touched. This one's titled Cheeky and Sly, the Apple of Your Eye. Hawks had a self-appointed mission today. First, he was going to go and buy you a new phone and give it to you as a surprise. Second, he was going to go to register your alias name with a group that did undercover work for the government and CIA and get your papers in order. And then finally, he was going to do a bit of reconnaissance to find your mum. I probably shouldn't tell Yin about her mum being taken by a non-governmental group. Best she doesn't stress for now. I'll explain after I've found her. Hawks kissed you goodbye and left, telling you he'd be back with a surprise for you in a few hours. You turned the TV on and flopped down on the lounge. Hawks suggested I should look for a job. I wonder what job I should look for, you thought. Something that's not full-on chatty-chatty, but also something that's not locked away in a cupboard. I don't think I'm as shy as what I used to be. I'll ask Hawks to help me look for something later. You zoned out as the TV dragged you in, and before you knew it, you'd fallen asleep, curled up on the lounge. Presently you heard a noise and woke, opening your eyes to find Hawks standing right there. "Some people have all the life, huh?" he asked cheekily as he crouched down next to you. "Sit up, baby, I've got a surprise for you." You groggily sat up and yawned. "What is it?" you asked through the yawn. "Close your eyes and hold out your hand," he said with a smile. You closed your eyes and held out your hand. "Now open your mouth and stick out your tongue," he said lowly. "Keigo!" you screeched as you heard him unzipping something. He let out a carefree laugh. I'm kidding, he chuckled. "Here." He put a new phone in your hand. You opened your eyes and looked at it. "A new phone," you gasped. "I'm so happy, thank you so much." "You're welcome, chicken. Now we've got no excuse to not be sexting," he said brightly. "Seriously?" you deadpanned. "Joking, baby," he said with a sheepish smile as he held his hands up in front of his body in defence. Unless," he leered. You blushed and looked away. "I mean, I'm usually a lot bolder in texting," you said bashfully as you played with a loose thread on your pants. "So there is a chance?" he gasped excitedly. "Okay, I've put my number in already, so feel free to text me whenever," he sung as he lifted off the ground slightly with his wings and floated backwards towards the door. "Look, I'm already floating on cloud 9, he added with a chuckle as he left. "Catch you later, chicken." He spun midair, floated out the door, then closed it behind him. You snorted with a smile and turned your phone screen on. Hawks had already taken a selfie and put it as your home screen. "This adorable idiot," you giggled internally. Hawks flew across town and landed at the building that housed the people who usually did his alias names for him. "Hey, Chief," he greeted in a friendly tone as he entered. "Need to get some names done," he said as he walked over to the counter. "Ah, Hawks," the guy replied. "Good to see you again. You on another mission?" "Always," Hawks replied casually with a smirk. "Can I get 3 names?" "Anything for the number 2 hero," the guy replied. "What names are you after?" Hawks supplied the guy with 3 names, one of them being your alias name and the 2 others being random names, so that if this guy happened to remember the names that Hawks had given him and was questioned by the government, they wouldn't have a direct lead. 2 female names and 1 male name? The guy asked with a laugh. "You pulling a cross-dress?" "You can't see me as a chick?" Hawks asked with faux offence. "I think I can pull off a chick pretty well." The guy led Hawks into the back room and pulled out the paperwork required to have the IDs made up. "Okay, what details do you want?" the guy said as he picked up a pen to start writing. Hawks sat down in the chair opposite and relaxed back, slipping his hand into his pocket and fiddling with his phone. He gave a heap of fake details for the other 2 names that he'd made up, and then started giving details about your one. Hawks started with your alias name, then a fake birthday, running through a few other things but deliberately missing out the last name. "Okay, what last name do you want?" the guy asked. Just then Hawks rang the guy's work phone from his pocket, and the work phone rang on the table across from where they were sitting. The guy looked over at it. "You better get that, boss. Could be an important call," Hawks said as he remained sitting casually in the chair. "Just sign the bottom of that paper and I'll fill out the rest," he said as the guy got up from the chair. Absent-mindedly, the guy signed the bottom of the page and handed the pen to Hawks. "Get the call. I'll finish up here. I've got it covered," the winged hero said with a wink as the guy walked over to the phone. As the guy picked up, Hawks hung up. "Hello?" the guy said into the receiver. There was a pause. "Hello?" the guy asked again. "What happened, Chief?" Hawks asked as he casually pocketed the paperwork. "Prank call?" It's a silent number, so not everyone can call it," the guy said as he hung up. "They'll call back if they need me." "Okay," Hawks said with a shrug. "Thanks again. I'll see you around," he said as he extended his hand to shake the guy's hand. "Not a problem, Hawks. Always a pleasure to work with you," the guy said with a smile. Oh, hey, did we finish the paperwork? He asked with confusion. Yep, just in the nick of time, Hawks replied. I'll send it off. Thanks again. No problem, the guy replied. Good luck with your mission. Thanks, Chief, Hawks replied with a casual salute as he left the building. Aha, piece of cake, Hawks thought as he strolled off down the street. Filled out the paperwork at a local cafe, then dropped the paperwork off at an underground crew that would do up the IDs. I'm just dropping these off for the government, Hawks said casually as he strolled in. Yeah, no worries, Hawks. When do you need them by? As soon as possible, if you can, Hawks said with a smile. No problem, we're on it, the man replied, and Hawks thanked him, then left. Well, that's 2 down, now to find Mum, he thought as he took off back to your old apartment to look for some clues. Back at Hawks's apartment, you were debating whether or not to send him a risque picture or a text. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh my god, how embarrassing. Just then, Hawks sent you a picture with the caption, Your magic carpet misses you. It was a picture of him flying flipped over, giving you the peace sign with one eye closed as he poked his tongue out slightly. You snorted and shook your head with amusement. If I rub the magic lamp, will my carpet come back to me? You sent. You waited with bated breath as he didn't reply. Then he sent you a video. In it looked like he had fainted while flying and was now falling out of the sky. Wings, Hawks, he replied quickly. Oh yeah, thanks for that. Forgot about those for a moment, he sent back with a smirk face. Your message caught me off guard. Cheeky, he replied with a tongue out emoji. And that's the end of chapter 35. Stay tuned for chapter 36.